Okay, welcome back. I made the decision that we'll give this just a quick texture just to make sure it's different from the rest, because that's how it is on the reference, and I think it doesn't require a lot of work, probably like 2 or 3 layers. So let's just do that. Let's see, this is this folder. I think I'm gonna put it inside. Yeah, I think it's fine on top of everything. So I'm gonna make a new base layer, call it base, and I'm gonna Control G to put it in a folder and call the folder maybe dials inner. Yeah, that sounds fine. I'm gonna right click, add a black mask, right click, add a paint. I'm gonna press 4 to go to my UV chunk fill mode, and then I'm just gonna click this and this one right here, so we have this selection made. All right, so for the base, I'm just gonna try to eyedrop this. I don't need height, I just need color and roughness, so I'm just gonna turn off everything, turn on color and roughness, and eyedrop this color. Oh, seems like we forgot to get the top one, so I'm just gonna go to the paint mask again, click this and click here. All right, here we go. It kind of fits with the knobs. I almost wanted it to be black, or I guess, yeah, kind of like this, but this bluish color kind of fits with the knob, and I don't completely hate it. Let's play with it a little bit though. I'm just gonna duplicate it just so I can have it saved. I'm just gonna keep the same name, base, just to experiment just a little bit. Maybe I can make it slightly darker. Yeah, I think slightly darker is fine. Maybe a tad bit higher. Let me look at the base color. Yeah, I think this is fine. Yeah, I'll keep it like this. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna turn this off because I might go back to it. The first base we made, before we duplicated it to make it darker. I'm just gonna turn it off just because I might want to go back to it. Okay, so for the roughness, let's see. I think a pretty neutral roughness, maybe 0.6 would be fine, because it's not really that rough. Yeah, I think this is fine. We might even want to make it just a bit more, just a bit darker, just a bit. All right, cool. Something like this is fine. Yeah, I think this turned out okay. I might have to play a bit with this grease, but we'll see after. All right, so now I'm just gonna add some dirt. Like, again, really don't need to go too crazy for this, because again, there's not much going on in there. So I make a new fill layer, turn off everything but color and roughness. And for the color, I guess I would do like a darkish gray type of dirt dust. I'm gonna add a black mask, add a generator, and for the generator, I'm just gonna put the dirt generator. Let's see. If we play with the dirt level, I'm gonna put triplanar on just to see what that does. It's not doing anything yet. Grunge amount, dirt level, lower that a bit. Let's see, grunge amount is fine. What do you want? We don't need the micro details. Can I use custom? I'm gonna try to use a custom grunge. So I'm just gonna turn on use custom grunge, put it on true, and then I'm gonna go in here. Let me find a grunge. Let's see, what can we find that looks good? Let's try this. Let's try this. I'm gonna take the grunge dirt large and put it into custom grunge right here. And let's see what that does. I'm gonna go to my mask mode. And that's not doing anything. We could... Yeah, I think the custom grunge is fine. I'm just gonna take it out. Use custom grunge, turn it off. I'm gonna make a new fill above the dirt, and I'm gonna put it on multiply. Now I'm gonna use my dirt large. Let's see what that does. Okay, I'm gonna put it on triplanar and tile it a bit. Let's try 4. Let's see what that's doing. Let's try subtract. Yeah, I think I like subtract better. Let's try 5. I don't know. Let's try maybe 10. Yeah, this is fine. I'm gonna right click, add a paint, and I'm pressing 1 to go back to my brush mode. And I'm just gonna find my dirt brush. Dirty. Where is it? Dirt 1. Alright. So I'm gonna lower the... I'll make my brush smaller a bit, paint with black, press X to invert the color of the brush, and I'm just gonna paint out some of this. I don't really like how it looks right now, so one thing we can do is lower the opacity. I think this is fine. I'm gonna lower the opacity for the grunge dirt large just a bit. Alright, now we're getting it kind of much more like softer. Here we go. And the dirt here would probably stick to the corner a lot more, if anything. Let me put my paint on multiply, my paint layer, just so if I want to bring something back, I can just paint it with white. Here we go. I would assume not much dirt, maybe. I guess you can't really reach there. And dirt would be exposed and laid down here a lot more. Okay, so I think I want to make my dirt just a bit darker. Something like this. Maybe a bit browner-ish, like this. Yeah. Yeah, this is fine. I think it also has some kind of... I can't tell if this is some kind of swirly type of texture, but yeah, I think this would be okay for what we need it for. I'm gonna make it a bit darker though. I don't like the color difference. There you go. Yeah, I guess we did make it black after all, huh? Alright, cool, sick. I think this is okay, this is fine. We'll test it out in Marmoset and see how it looks. So for this, I will close all these layers to keep my layer stack pretty neat. There's two things I want to do. First, I want to add this, and I also want to add this in the back, whatever goes here. So let's do that real quick. And when I'm looking at it, I feel like these don't have enough dirt in them, so I'm probably gonna take care of that too. So let's see, I think this is in my main box folder all the way down. I'm just gonna go here. Maybe it's in the, or is it front plate? Is that what we called it? This is for the tape. Roughness. Plates, there you go. It's this one right here. That's the power of naming your layers once you make them. Okay, so this is for the front. This is for the top one, is for the back. All right, cool. Please load. I think down here I kind of want to bring back some yellow. I think I'm gonna bring back some yellow, just to kind of match this a bit better. I like how yellow this is. Not a lot, just a bit, just to make it feel more interesting. Because right now everything is white-ish, and I don't want that. All right, so here's the front, and I'm going to put it in a folder. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in a folder, call it front plates, and I'm going to add a black mask, add a fill, and with this fill I'm gonna get the anchor point for this height. Okay, so I think I already did that here. Let's see, front plate. Yeah, I'm just gonna copy this, copy effect, and paste it into, actually, do we even need that? I don't think we need that, because the color for this is pretty much the same color for this, maybe slightly darker here, but we can get away with having the same. Do I want to have the same? I don't think I want to have the same color. Alright, fine. So, okay, I'm just gonna copy this in the plates folder. I'm gonna copy the fill that has the front panel mask anchor point, and I'm gonna paste it inside this mask called front plates. Let's see, paste effect. Here we go. So now only this is selected. On top of base front, I'm gonna make a new fill layer, call it text, and I'm gonna turn off everything but color and roughness. Okay, so let's see, I'm gonna right click, add a black mask, right click, add a fill, and I'm going to find whatever I imported, all the alphas that I made, which is this one, and I will drag it in here. So now you're starting to see the text, and for the text I guess we want to slightly, yo, this look nice. I know this isn't the right color, but it kind of matches what's going on up here. Okay, so let's make it slightly darker, like this. Okay, and above the fill with the text, I'm going to add a new, let's add a paint actually, and I'm gonna put it on multiply. I'm not sure why it's showing on my other screen, but just put the paint on multiply, and with my dirt brush, and a really low flow, I'm going to kind of like get rid of some of the letters. Okay, just slightly. There you go. Just so we have some interesting details. And again, if we accidentally take too much, since the paint layer is on multiply, we can paint with white and bring it back. Okay. So here you go. Out of all these, I would assume people would mess with the brightness a lot more. I guess that doesn't really matter much because you don't really touch the letters, but just to give it some interesting look. People don't really use tint, right? I bet I don't even, I don't think anybody knows what tint does. Alright, let's see. Maybe I'm just dumb, but I've never had to mess with tint and be like, oh, I see what this does. I'm just being ignorant. There you go. Color, I guess. Yeah, I think the color is a little too contrasty, too dark. I'm gonna make it slightly. Actually, let's see. Yeah, I think this is fine. Like so. Yeah, that's fine. What I think is this color, the color for the base front. I think it was a little too dark. So yeah, this look a lot better. Maybe add some blue to it, just a little bit, like this. Yeah, I think since it was looking more like this, it was looking kind of ugly. So if we make it slightly brighter with a bit of a bluish, maybe that'll look better. Alright, cool. So now I'm gonna add some dirt just around the corner, just its own little dirt layer. It's not gonna be a lot, so I'm just gonna make a new fill layer. Color and roughness, we'll do roughness maybe 0.7. Yeah, and add a black mask, add a generator, and we're gonna add a dirt generator. And as you can see, it's not getting anything here because obviously this is a height we painted. We have to go to the micro height, find the front plate, front panel anchor point that we did, and in micro details turn on height, and now we should be able to see it. There you go. I'm gonna put this dirt though on multiply, like so. Let's see. And then I'm going to dirt level, turn it down by a lot. Dirt contrast, let's see. Maybe this is fine. Like this. Let me put I'm not seeing any effect. I'm gonna put it back on. Something's not right. Oh, I think I know why it's doing that. Let's go back. If I go to micro details and I find AO radius, I guess AO depth as well, should probably work. Oh, it's going the opposite way. Interesting. Let's see if I invert it. If I invert the dirt, something like this, and my dirt level, I put it really high up, like so. There we go. Now we're talking. So now let's see if I put it back on multiply and I give it a darker color like this. Yeah, this looks fine. Let's see if I lower the opacity a bit. Yeah, I think this is fine. I'm still not convinced on the color of these for the text, so I'm just gonna lower the opacity a bit. I think they're too dark. Yeah, something like this seems better. Maybe 85. Yeah, and the dirt brings out a nice little, make it pop up a little bit more. So I'm going back to the dirt layer, right click and add a paint in the mask, put it on multiply, and I'm just going to paint out just a bit of the dirt, like so. Maybe make it slightly darker, like this. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. This looks fine. Okay, now let me mess around with the base front again. Yeah, I think this looks fine. Maybe for the roughness, I'm gonna do 0.4 instead. Let's see. Yeah, why not? Okay, I'm going back and make a new fill layer, call it stains, just to give it a bit of variation in the, because everything right now is kind of just white. I'm going to make a stain layer, add a black mask, and add a fill. And if I go find just a good, what is this? A good grunge map maybe could help. Oh, we can even paint it actually. I'm not gonna add a fill. I'm gonna paint it. Let's see if that works. Let me give it a random color for now, like this. And yeah, maybe I'm just gonna get my cement brush. There we go. Position down, maybe the size jitter down. All right. Like this. Okay. If I put this on overlay, what's that gonna look like? Yeah, I'm gonna put it on overlay and give it a slightly darker color. Maybe like this. Now let's see, before, after, before, after, before, after. Yeah, you can see it pop a little bit more. Before, from far away, and after, from far away. Cool. Yeah, I think it looks better. Let me just paint just slightly with a bigger brush and a lower flow. Paint in, paint out. Like so. Here you go. We can try to find a stencil. Let's see if I'll find a stencil. Let's try this stencil. I'm gonna make a new paint actually to use the stencil on, and I'm going to put it on linear dodge, like this. Stencil. Here we go. maybe a nice stain going across this. You know what I think? I'm gonna duplicate this whole layer, stain darker like this, and I'm just gonna delete all these paints and make a new one. And for the color, I'm gonna make a darker color with a different roughness. Should we make it rougher? Let's keep it default for now and test it out. Okay, back to my paint with white. There you go. There you go, something like this. And if I lower the opacity just a bit, let's look at the roughness. Yeah, I think I'll make it kind of like this. Make it more rough, like so. Yeah, this looks fine. I want to play with the color a bit. I don't know if I'm sold with the Alright, let's see this. Yeah, I think I'll keep the stain how it was, like this. Lower the opacity a bit. And what can we do? Yeah, let me delete this because we made a new layer for it. I'm gonna delete this paint. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is fine. We can probably paint one more. What am I doing? There you go. Can probably paint one more here, like this. I keep pressing F1. I think, like this. Yep. Oh, actually, I should make it a new paint for it. Put it on linear dodge. Yo, why do I keep pressing the wrong button? Here you go. Like this. And now, if I lower the opacity, yeah, that looks fine. That looks good. Okay, real quick, since the video, I'm about to end the video in a minute, I'm just going to main box, the discoloration. Let's see, is it this one? Yeah, I'm going back here to discoloration and stencil turn off. Yeah, I'm gonna bring back some of the yellow. So with the low flow, my brush in the yellow discoloration folder we made in the box main folder, I'm going back to paint yellow, some yellow with the white brush in a low flow. There you go. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. All right. Yeah, I think this looks better. Maybe like this. Yep. Yeah, I think this looks better. And the back is fine. The sides I like. Yeah, I think this looks better for now. And yeah. Yeah, we'll keep this one for now. And I think this is bothering me a bit. I think for my stain for this, stain darker, I'm gonna make it slightly brown. I think that's what I want. Yeah, make it slightly brown. Bring some interest to it. Yeah, like this. And if I lower the opacity for this darker, thicker stencil we painted. Yeah, I think it could look better. I'm gonna lower the opacity a bit. Yeah, that looks better. I like this one better. Okay, cool. So in the next video, I'm going to work on this part. And remember a couple of videos back I said I kinda wanna try something new with this to see if it could look better. So we'll just do that next video. So it's gonna be this and then this one, and hopefully we have time to start putting out the medals for this. Like, these are really tiny, very low res, like I would say texture that's gonna be on here, so there's not anything too crazy we can do on them, but we'll try our best to make it look really good. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video.